Captain's log 1. I tripped on that first word. I apologize. Captain's log 1. I mean, I'm starting these logs a year late. About a year late, actually. So, just a quick summary of what actually happened for the previous year. I'm sure that, my commanders are actually just searching for these logs for quite some time now. I just haven't had the time to actually record them. So here it goes. I mean, we didn't have that much difficulty launching in the previous year. It's been a bumpy ride for about 2 to 3 weeks before we actually gained some momentum. What the fuck was that? Well, whatever that was, I'm sure it's because of the ship's hardware. It's a very outdated ship. Even the audio recording apparatus doesn't really work that great. The audio's not that good. The reason I haven't actually recorded video footage yet is because the recorders are actually just missing parts and just broken altogether. So it's a really rundown ship, but it does what it's supposed to do. It's fulfilling its purpose, and our purpose along with that as well, which is to actually go to a supposed destination miles from here. We don't know why the radar doesn't really work that great as well. I mean, the distance changes, and it changes drastically over time. Sometimes it's as far as millions of feet away. Sometimes just an inch away. Sometimes it's an inch away, and sometimes it's millions of feet away from us. So that just goes to show, how much we actually see here in the depths. Sure, there's a lot of darkness. We can't really see that much. But you just gotta cross through the darkness to find the light. I mean, we're in this kind of chasm between point B, I should say B because it's a worse position, to point A, which is the better position. So, Captain's log 1, 3 minutes in. I'm going to extend this until 6 minutes probably. So, what has actually happened? Well, just what I said. You just gotta just forge on through the darkness. Whatever kind of darkness it may be. I mean, it can be like some sort of low morale, or maybe even some kind of depressive state that you think is permanent, but it's not actually permanent. It's temporary. The pain is temporary. Just as how, even if the ocean's just millions bigger than the ship, take this ship and multiply it by 1 million, and you won't even, budge, how big the ocean actually is, like, come on, man. It's big. I mean, we can go in every single direction and end up in the same spot, given a certain time frame. But there's also going to be some sort of a more efficient way of actually traveling through the ocean, traversing the seascape and this kind of blue abyss that we see almost every day. So to compensate for the lack of video footage, I'm just going to put together some of the most interesting footage that we've seen outside. Fortunately, the recording equipment outside actually works just fine. So, I mean, we can't just go on scuba diving suits and go outside and say hi to the camera, you know. I mean, it's not really that ideal. I mean, that's actually somewhat of a dumb shit to do, because we can get eaten, we can die, we can just get crushed under pressure. So we sort of need this kind of support system to allow us to decide on what's actually the better decision for the long term, which is to actually stay inside the submarine and go forge on. You know, even if there's just really big gaps between point B and point A, that's that. We're not going to stop. It's lonely, it's dark, there's probably other submarines out there as well. So I haven't lost hope in that one. So yeah, that's Captain's Log 1.